Welcome everybody to World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name is Maxwell and today's first video is from the user Inferno V9. That is Inferno V9 and he's driving the T-62a on a standard battle on the highway. Got a couple of top tier medium replays for you today. Medium replays always fun, always exciting and action packed, and this one is no exception, as is the next one. So when people ask how they should play a medium tank, the answer invariably is, oh, you should play it as a flanker, as an attacker. And a lot of the time they don't give any more information than that. Well, when someone says a medium tank should be played as a flanker and as an attacker, then this is the replay that they should show. Inferno doesn't go ridiculously out of his way to make a circuitous route, doesn't put himself in harm's way, but plays the role of an attacker and a flanker absolutely perfectly. So we're into the replay itself. We can see that he's gotten himself into the northern location pretty quickly, taken up an advanced spot, although you can see he's not leaving himself out in the open in order to spot the enemy tanks as they come in. He's just playing the patience game and waiting this one out until his allies can arrive. As you can see, the contingent of heavy tanks has appeared now on that right-hand side. But still, Inferno not rushing out to his death just yet. Playing this one very cool and very calm. Just waiting for the IS-7 to get whittled down a little bit. IS-7's a fairly fast, heavy tank. So Inferno just figuring that there's got to be some more coming. There we go, there's an E100 and a T-57 heavy. Still Inferno showing some great discipline, not charging forward just yet. AMX 5120 makes an appearance and Inferno uses this opportunity now to start moving forwards. I'm going to be trying to play the flanking game, which I've already explained in depth, so you know that's exactly what he's going to do. Comes around alongside the enemy here, seeing if he can get a shot on somebody. Does spot a Waffenträger E100 there. Takes a shot from an E100. Not sure where that shot came from. E100 obviously not got the large cannon on that, or he is firing HE rounds. Inferno did use his repair kit in order to fix that track. Just doesn't want to take too much damage, because he was tracked out in the open with the Waffenträger E100 looking right at him. With those guys dealt with now, uses this opportunity to make his move. Can say that there's an IS-7 and an AMX 5120 in this location, and I'm pretty sure both of them have no idea that Inferno is here. AMX 5120 takes a hit, so he's going to know now. Inferno just trying to get a sneaky shot through the machinery and the pipes there. He does indeed able to get that one. AMX 5120 still not looking in the direction of the danger. Now starts to traverse his turret. Inferno misses his first shot there. Pretty sure that the AMX is going to be reloading, although no, it looks like he has finished his reload. Lands one good hit onto Inferno there, who has to reposition. Gets another hit back, and the AMX 5120 is in serious danger now. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Must have only had 2 shells in the container, and that's kill number 1 now for Inferno. Lost about 1,000 hit points so far, but like I said, he is in behind the enemy now. Going to move up and try and catch the IS-7 off guard. Elects to save his shot for the IS-7, so it's always better to get a gun out of the game as quickly as possible, rather than working down the E100. Can do that at his leisure, which indeed he is going to do now. Going to focus in, try to take out his drive wheel. That was a lovely shot. Didn't do any damage, but able to track the E100. E100 switches his attention across now. Obviously firing heat shells, as heat shells do not go through terrain there. So that one just exploded uselessly on that brick wall. And that's going to set the E100 back. And it's also going to set him dead as he gets taken out. And from that little maneuver there, Inferno V9 is able to pick himself up 3 and a bit thousand points of damage just from using patience and his smarts to get in around the side of the enemy there where they weren't expecting him to be. So the battle's progressing fairly nicely, even at 6 kills to 6, although the allies have handily won this flank and the enemy has handily won the other flank. Now those two sides are going to have to decide whether to drop back to their own base to defend or push on into the enemy's camping guns. It looks like Inferno V9 and his allies all electing to push forward. knowing that they've got an E75 and an AMX 5120 and an IS-8 moving to be in defence. It looks like a lot of their medium tanks are trying to cross through the centre of the map, being held up by that T-54 at the moment. Hopefully the Allies can lend some aid there, but probably not. So everybody rushing forwards now. Got to be careful because, like, yep, there he is. I was going to say there is an E100 in the area, as he did take out Inferno's tracks earlier. Lands one good hit on the E100. He's got a very quick reload speed, so just going to try and dance around the E100. Sets him on fire with a beautiful shot. Somehow sets him on fire with a shot to the turret. Sets him on fire again, and that is so unlucky for the E100. It looks like he is made of tissue paper today. Gets set on fire. His automatic fire extinguisher kicked in, but it's not going to do anything for his second blaze. And he gets taken out now, secured by the E75. But I don't think Inferno's going to be too salty about that one, considering he picked up 2,600 damage from that E100. Now going to close down on the Waffenträger. It looks like he is running, so almost certainly going to be reloading. Missed that shot, unfortunately. Did have HE loaded, so if it did hit him in the tracks, it probably wouldn't have done that much damage. Got to wait till he's reloaded there. Gets a great shot on him as he is making his move to try and reload, and that's kill number 3. Now going to drop back in an effort to try and help his E75 against this E50M. Looks like he may not be quick enough. Oh, he is indeed. Gets a great shot on the move against the E50M to take him out. Keeps his E75 alive, which is nice. Even though the E75 doesn't have very much hit points, it does have very much armor. Gets another good shot on the Lorraine 40-ton to take him out as he comes steaming in to try and do a cap reset. And the E75, like I said, still being alive, has fantastic armor, even if he doesn't have very many hit points. And there you can see the enemy team scrambling to try and get to the cap circle in time. IS-7 realizes that they're winning this one 11 kills to 8, so moves himself out of the cap circle, wants to get some more damage, gets a bit of a low roll on that Leopard PTA, which is a little bit unfortunate. Now we can focus down on the FV-183. Switches across to the Type 61 as he's got much less hit points. Takes him out. That's kill number 6, a well-deserved Top Gun medal. Now it's going to be a case of trying to take out the FV-183 behind the house. He's out of standard ammunition now, so he's having to switch across to heat. Does demolish the house, and now he's going to try and land a shot in the fog of war. Not sure if that one hit. It didn't look like it exploded on the ground, and it's well within render distance, so that one almost certainly hit the FV. That one probably did as well. Now I'm going to try and close him down. There is still an E75. He was last spotted in the very north section of the map on the 1 line. We can guarantee that he has probably fallen back now in an effort to try and fight back-to-back with this FV-183. Still playing it a little bit carefully, as the FV does have the ridiculous cannon. And Inferno only has 888 hit points left, so one shot from that guy is going to end his glorious game. Going to wait till his allies get a little bit closer. Got an E75 closing in from the north, along with an IS-8. IS-8's a pretty speedy tank, and the E75 can hold a good turn of speed when it gets up to full speed. FV still dropping back, lands a great shot through his side armor. He gets taken out by the Waffenträger. Now it's going to be a case of closing down on this E75. He is the last one left. Everybody just going to close the net around him now. E75 starts to make a run, going to try and take out his counterpart. Not really sure what he's going to be able to achieve here, but he needs to isolate himself and take on as few enemies as possible. But it looks like he's given up now. Nope, still turning his turret, just traversing it around his body there. Inferno lands one good hit onto him. Can somebody else get the kill, or will Inferno be able to grab this one? Looks like the IS-8 takes it, but it doesn't matter because Inferno V9 has had an awesome game with a huge 6 kills, 7,500 points of damage. Almost certainly going to be higher than that number thanks to the couple of shots I'm almost certain he landed in the fog of war blind there. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget to stick around because as always there's another game coming right up. And our second replay is from the user Rojo180. That is Rojo180, and he's driving the E50M on a standard battle on Fisherman's Bay. E50M is a tier 10 medium tank for the Germans. Just like I said, it's Both going to be tier 10 replays for you today. Top tier medium tanks. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's a little bit slow to get started, but once it is started, the action really does heat up. As you can imagine, Rojo heading straight to the centre, because he is a medium tank, having a quick look around. Going to see who he can spot out, and try and get some scouting done. Takes a early shot at that building, because he knows that he's not going to be spotted just yet. Just to remove the top of that house so that he can fire on that location later. So a little bit of smart play in the very beginning there from Rojo. And yes, I'm just going to speed this replay up until we get into the action, because like I said, it starts off a little bit slow before we get fully into the game. Has a blind shot at that E50 there. I'm not too sure if that one landed or not. And now I'm going to back off, just in case he was spotted. Now this one isn't played as much flanking maneuvers as the last replay, but he is still playing the tank as a flanker, as you can see, landing good shots in the side of these tanks here. That's 2 good shots onto that E100 there. E100 missed his return shot. As you can see, while the E100 and T110 E5 square off against the heavy tanks and tank destroyers in the centre there. Lovely shot on that E75. I'm not too sure what he is doing in this area, why he's in the central road there, but he is there, so we're going to have to deal with that. And while the heavy tanks and tank destroyers square off against the allied heavy tanks in the little village there, Rojo's going to have shots on pretty much everybody's side. E75 pops himself way out in order to get a hit on this WZ-132, but it looks like he's going to donate all of his hit points for his trouble. Landed a great shot back on the E75 as he decided to back off. WZ-132 still alive. He's bounced a couple of hits so far. Rojo, that is, not the WZ. Just going to focus in and try and get a shot. Missed the shot on the E100, but landed a good shot on the T110 E4 there in the background. Getting a lovely bit of damage onto him. Looks like his counterpart in the other E50M is going to be cresting the hill there. Just plants that one in the dirt, but it's enough to scare off the E50M. They're going to have to play this one fairly quickly, because as you can see, oh, lovely shot on the side of the turret there. Bounces another shot from someone, just having a quick look to see whereabouts that one bounced. But as you can see, while they are pretty much pushing very strongly on the right-hand flank, they are getting a little bit overrun on the left-hand flank. Only got that Waffenträger E100 and that Waffenträger Panzer IV. You can see they have a good contingent of light and medium tanks over there, with some tank destroyers in the background who are going to be able to do some serious damage if the allies aren't careful. Rojo knows that this is going to have to get done quickly, so pushes forwards. Trying to get a shot on this Object 268, but it looks like he just about stopped short. Doesn't want to advance too far forwards, as there may be some guns in the background there. He has already bounced a shot from something, so there is somebody over here. Could be the Tortoise or the other E50. Does find the Tortoise now. I'm not really sure why he's so far back. Looks like he does have shots on someone though, as he has just fired his cannon, and Rojo gets a nice shot through his side armor. Haven't seen his 6th sense go off yet, so he hasn't been spotted. Unfortunately, the Tortoise just fades away before Rojo is able to land a shot on his weak spot, as does the Object 268. Not sure if that one landed, because the Object 268, I'm pretty sure, was backing up as he took that shot. He may have just been able to dodge that one. Is able to focus down nicely on the Tortoise's weak spot. Lands another good bit of damage. Now he's going to switch his attention maybe back to the Object 268 or the E100. And this is just like shooting fish in a barrel. All of the heavy tanks and tank destroyers focused on the massive push coming in from the right-hand side, while Rojo can just sit on the flank and take shots at his leisure. Unfortunately, just bounced the side of the E100's turret as he was straightening that one up there. He is unfortunately behind a house right now, so maybe going to have to switch his attention back to that Tortoise. Still not sure where this E50 is. Tortoise makes an appearance again, and the E50 is also in the back there. Takes a shot at him because it's a lot easier shot to land. Not really sure. Ah, there we go. Tortoise is kind of hidden by the building, but it looks like he might just be able to pick out his weak spot. He is indeed. Picks up his first kill now over the match at 4,500 points of damage. Can he get another kill pretty quickly on the E50? He can indeed. Gets that one straight through the side armor. Picks up kill number 2. and hopefully the kills are going to start flowing for him now. The Allies have overrun the right flank very strongly now. Finds a Jagdpanzer E100, making a daylight charge across the minefield, straight down the centre of the map, but there's nobody really in the area to oppose him. Backs up a little bit. Rojo going to try and get a shot to take out his track. Not quite able to get his tracks taken off, but is able to get into cover in time. Maybe going to try and have a shot at this 1390. Trying to track him. He is moving fast. Lands a beautiful shot on the AMX 1390 to pick up kill number 3. Now he's going to have a look at this Leopard 1. Looks like he is in cover behind the dip in the terrain. Got to be careful of this Jagdpanzer E100. If he pops himself out too far, that Jagdpanzer could be ready to blow him to pieces. E50M is making a move, dropping back in order to try and stall the Allied team. Jagdpanzer E100 takes out his counterpart, T-54, in the area. Gets a great shot on him to take him out and picks up kill number 4 now. Looks like the Jagdpanzer and the E50M were trying to stall the Allied team as long as possible while the rest of the team were heading towards the cap circle and coming in to offer some support. Looks like that Jagdtiger will not be deterred and he's still heading for that cap circle. But Rojo's got to be careful of the E50M. He can't really make too much of a charge towards his own base. Trying to get a shot on the E50M. Takes that one a little bit early and just misses that one. But it looks like the E100 takes his shot and obliterates the enemy E50M now. Unfortunately, just lands a 0 damage critical, but somebody else lands a huge amount of damage onto the Leopard 1. And Rojo going to be charging in now. He's got to get through the Leopard 1 and try and find the Tiger. The Jagdtiger here, who is going for a base capture, gets a lovely hit onto the Leopard 1 to finish him off. And now he's going to have to try and close down this Jagdtiger. Jagdtiger is right at the back of the cap circle. Did get his track taken out, but he's not in any rush at the moment to close down on this Jagdtiger. Jagdtiger presenting his side armor as he tries to back away. A little bit of a mistake from him. It looks like he was trying to get behind the dip in the terrain so that he could hide his lower plate. Unfortunately, he is squaring off against a medium tank, so that's not going to do any good whatsoever. So the medium tank's just going to be able to close that distance, get in behind him. Now it's just going to be a case of take him out at his leisure. There's no way the Jagdtiger can outmaneuver him. And he is taken out. Only 2 tanks left now in the form of that Waffenträger E100 and that FV3805. Waffenträger is still camping in the 1-2 line. It's going to be a case of moving in and trying to close him down. He has got himself 3 kills. It'll be interesting to see how much damage he's done from that position, because I'm fairly sure he probably hasn't moved from there all game. Almost certainly that is where the artillery is going to be as well. Rojo 180 only got 1 standard round left. Does spot out both of the enemies here. Spots out the artillery and the Waffenträger, both on low hit points. It would be nice if Rojo could pick up at least one of them for a Top Gun medal. Just like that. That's kill number 6 and a well-deserved Top Gun medal. Now it's just the artillery he has to take out. Gonna try and close him down. Maybe go in for the ram, but it looks like the 121 takes him away instead, and that is GG and the victory. So absolutely awesome game there from Rojo 180, showing his skills in the E50M with his flanking maneuvers in the center there, and then heading back to defend the base, picking himself up a massive 7,500 points of damage. Again, that's probably going to be a higher number thanks to the shots that he landed blind in the fog of war, and picking up 6 kills. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, then please send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you enjoyed it, or you learned something, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I have been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.